Howdy, howdy, howdy. I think I got a picture coming up. Yeah, there it is. Joe gets his camera set so we don't have to hear all the scratching. Hey, Joe. Oh, we got some people over here in the chat. We got Adrian and Jerry and Sparky and Ralph and Dave and who else? Dwight, Dave BNSF, Dan. We got Bob and Joe over here on the panel.
Everybody.
Hey. Pop out my chat here so I can see what's going.
Yeah, Adrian's here too. I didn't know if I mentioned you or not. I didn't know if you got the emails, Adrian, but yeah, old Trainmaster store's closed down now.
Really? He closed up?
Yeah, he sold the building. He's only open 3 weekends in the month of June for Friday and Saturday, and last weekend he had a auction. Well, he had a 2-day estate sale for, and then he had an auction. And after that, he said his doors would be closed permanent. I mean, he's got a new place. He hasn't announced where it's going to be yet, but he'll be down there probably closer to Atlanta. Cause
He's going to reopen different name and all that?
Probably not.
Maybe.
He'll just reopen in a new location.
Oh, okay.
He said people have been complaining about it's too far to drive where he's at, so he's going to move closer to Atlanta. Make it easy for people to get to. Hey, Ralph.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey.
We're doing, Ralph. Nice seeing you guys.
Yeah, Brad just popped in from down under. How you doing?
Hi, Brad.
So what's new and exciting, guys?
I don't know a whole lot.
What about
I was
the
looking
guys
down
in
at
the
Brad.
chat?
Huh?
You're looking down at Brad. Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
down under, right?
Yeah, he popped up from down under, so I was saying hello.
Been a lot of farming, a lot of gardening, getting the garden prepared for the summer harvest, and we're going to start in a few weeks with the fall preparations. So I've been very busy with the chickens and the goat, and we got a puppy, so we've been very, very busy. Slam busy. I'm working full time too, so.
And putting out museum videos and
Working with the Arkansas Missouri Railroad, doing videos for the virtual National Train Week, and I'm starting some of my own videos that I have made with some of the behind the scenes footage from those particular videos. So it's been very busy.
just a bit, I would think.
Yeah. Now I'm weathering a K-line O-scale Union Pacific caboose. Client.
What happened to the cupola?
I took it off because there's a figure in here that I'm weathering as well. There's a
You're
conductor.
weathering the figure.
Putting
Yeah.
dirt on his face.
Yeah. Maybe some of those black stripes like football player.
Just what he needs. Stop the
Right.
reflection or the
I
glare.
mean, it looks like here he doesn't even have shoes on. It's just like he's barefooted. No, maybe he's comfortable in the cast. I mean, the cupola.
Oh, here comes Mr. Chris.
Chris?
Hello,
Looks
gentlemen.
like a
Howdy,
3D
howdy.
printer right there.
Yep.
I was working on the lights. I got lights for it now. You can see. Which microphone is it for? Is even a microphone working?
So, DeBob, somebody told me you're switching over to HO.
Ho ho ho. No.
No?
No, I've got I got a couple things in HO. You know, I got a boxcar in the mail for being at a train show thing last year. So we finally got the boxcar for the convention for 2019. So I was hoping for an N scale version, but scale trains didn't make one of those. So I got an HO one. So I'm like, oh, put that on an HO layout someday when I make one. You know, if I just got to figure out where I would do that. I think there'll probably be a switching layout somewhere in the basement.
Why? I thought you'd run it through the house like you did the N scale.
Ooh, yeah,
No,
I'm
you
running
didn't.
out of room.
You're gonna treat it like the redheaded stepchild and put it in the closet.
I guess you could do that too.
Of course, then again, the basement could be the HO layout.
So there you go. And then put O in the attic, right? And then
Or,
and then build the same train in all three scales and just have it filmed through the house.
But don't forget G in the garden.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Could have the garden. Man,
Yeah, but you have to build the same exact layout in all four scales.
well, the HO1 is possible. Because it's basically the same layout downstairs as it is upstairs, so I have that going for me a little bit.
Yeah, BNSF's just N scale said need a shed, Bob.
With air conditioning, because it's like 90 some degrees here right now.
Yeah, of
It's gonna be
course.
hot.
If you're going to have a shed, it wouldn't be any other way.
Yeah. Get a couple 53-foot containers, bolt them together, cut the sides out.
Don't let Andy see that.
Yeah, but for the
Well.
price that you buy the two containers and all the welding rods and everything else and the cutting wheels or whatever, you can just build a wood one for the same price.
I got a Dremel. I can cut the sides out.
Yeah. Yeah, but and the Dremel and the quick cut wheels, right? The quick change adapter.
Yep.
You'll get it knocked out.
And I got a Sawzall too,
There you go.
with a metal blade.
Beauty.
Or go down to Metro Community College and learn how to use man tools like cutting torches and stuff, and welders.
Well, if you're gonna do a container building, you do it with 5, because then you lay 2 parallel with each other, and then you use 3 of them for the roof. So then you have storage in the attic, and then you cut the sides out, right? And then you have something that's worse because you got 53 feet in between the 2 sides, so you got 73 feet under roof.
He's already thought this out.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
apparently.
I drive for a living. I have way too much time to think. I've thought about all kinds of scenarios for all kinds of things.
Yeah. Of course, I could just buy the farmhouse down the street that's got a big
There you
outbuilding already.
The
Yeah.
barn.
It's already a barn. It's got all, wide open space on the inside, I think.
Perfect.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I don't have money for that either. Yeah. I should just go buy an RV, park it in the driveway, and move in there. Just gut the inside of the house and make it a layout.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sure your wife's really going to go for that one.
Well, she'll be dead by then. So
Oh,
it'll be easy then.
I didn't even
It's all
realize
mine.
you were married, Bob.
Yeah, I am. See, this whole layout thing's her idea. At least that's what I let her think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of what people ask. How'd you get your wife to agree to this? As well, I made sure it was her idea. And so, I said, well, I'll just make a layout in this little room here I'm in. And then one day she goes, I thought you were going to bring that into the bedroom. It's like, well, how would I do that? She goes, well, you could cut a hole in the closet, bring it through there. It's like, no, I don't want to cut a hole in the closet. How about through the hallway? Yeah, that'll work. So I was like, her idea. Okay.
And you
I'll
go,
switch it up.
It was your idea. Wow.
Mhm. And then she kind of went, it's like, so I thought you were going to go through the rest of the house. Well, that was an idea I was throwing around, but I don't think you were serious. Well, sure. I like to sit out here, watch the train go around while I'm watching TV. Okay, so would I. Looks like I have another plan.
John 26:18 just popped in, said, hey, everyone.
Hey, John.
What's going on?
But, yeah, you're talking about HO.
Michael Lambertino just got
Yeah.
in from flying.
This is what I got from Scale Trains, being at the Chattanooga, Tennessee
Oh yeah.
thing last year. And so they had a specialty car run for the convention. Choo Choo City Rails, 2019 SER convention in Chattanooga.
Very nice.
So, yeah, I just saw that Pele Sober got his rail car in the mail the other day too. All the way over there in the
Sweet.
other side of the Atlantic.
Yeah, agent said, enjoy what you got, Jerry. Some people never get a layout going. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, looks like that's what's happening to me.
My partner said, we got to figure out a way to suspend your layout from the ceiling, only because the ground is pretty soft, and where we live, the foundation is kind of shifting. So
Ooh, I got an idea.
okay,
Mine's all suspended from the ceiling, so almost. Well, it's mounted to the wall mostly, but you can do it. Depends on the scale. You can put some brackets into the ceiling with iron rod or some sort of wiring down underneath the track, and just make it go where you want it to go.
oh nice, that's a good idea. Trying to get the same thing for the workbench and all the shelving as well.
Mhm.
Have everything floating, basically.
Yep.
Run
So, I
stiff
mean-
packs in the attic and hang it off of those.
Yep.
Yeah, you have your joists that are running across the rooms. Build a stiff pack out of like a 2x10 and a 2x8, and then lay that across the joists, right, and then hang off of that, and it'll distribute all your weight.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about with the stiff pack, right? You make a T or an L,
Yes.
right?
And it goes, and the board goes on top of that like this, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and then you have your joists that are running, and then you lay your flat board like that, and then make the T on top, right, and build the T first, because that way you have, if you make a 2x12, that'll give you all kinds of room on left and right to go through and hang stuff from.
Awesome. That's a good idea.
I mean,
Hate to tell
you don't actually need a 2x12 to hold the weight, but it's just going to give you the distance to hang stuff off of.
Okay.
Hate to tell you this, Chris.
What's that?
Your picture in picture is
Yeah.
blocking all your hand movement. So
Yeah.
you're do this like this and this like this. All we saw was your wrists.
It's called magic.
Oh, that's that. Okay.
Misdirection.
Yeah.
That's the pictures behind me. Oh, I forgot how to switch it out.
Well, we got a few more popped in here. We got Gino. How you doing? Randy's Rock and Roll Railroad. He said he has 2,000 square feet, but not enough money to fill 200 square feet. Smiley face.
Yeah. Well, having the 2,000 square feet is a good start. Time will take care of the rest.
Yeah, right. Start in a corner and just keep building.
That's it. Just keep going out. Build one section at a time. Biggest reason I laid all this bench work out across it and got it set down in places so I couldn't lose my spot.
Hello,
Yes.
guys.
Mr. Eric.
Here.
Just sitting outside, enjoying the somewhat. Well, yeah, it's pretty decent weather out.
Yeah.
I'm sweating. It's
I
warm
was
out
wondering
here.
why your camera was off.
What?
I was
Your camera's
wondering
off.
why your camera is off.
There we go.
Yeah. Rail artist just popped in. How you doing?
My mic's probably going to be muted quite a bit because people down the road occasionally out of nowhere set off fireworks. Set them off like every 10 minutes. There goes some.
While out driving today, I noticed that I painted my Toyota forklift the wrong color. Toyota forklifts are orange, not yellow.
Orange and black.
Orange and gray.
I can prove it's black.
Well, the ones I saw were like a Payne's gray. It wasn't like a black.
Okay. I'll give you that one. Dark.
Okay, I'm going to show you a nice suspended layout.
I will see you later, Eric.
No, it's gray. It's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
really dark.
Yeah. It's O scale, it's all acrylic and metal. This executive's office.
Yeah, that explains why everything's chrome.
Mm-hmm. No, that's like acrylic plexiglass tubing.
Oh, is it?
Sure looks like chrome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe. Well, it might be. I think the base of it is all acrylic.
It may be
Yeah.
just a chrome tube,
Mm-hmm.
just to give it the spacing, with a threaded rod in the middle.
Yep, it's just a slip cover.
You see how they just kind of mount a plate basically to the ceiling, and
Yeah.
you can build your own kind of thing out of wood. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, here you go.
Yeah, this painting's great. Here you go.
It's even got an
Oh,
elevator.
that's even got an elevator too.
Yeah. There you go, Ralph. It's great.
Yeah, I just posted a picture as well.
Yeah, see, yours is darker than mine. Your picture is darker than my picture.
Yeah, but yours is a toy. Mine is the real thing. Yours
That's
is a model.
No, that one right there is a brand new one. It's a $10,000 forklift, brand new.
Okay.
It's on eBay. That one's just been in the warehouse. I think it
Yeah.
comes down to the year, but still, I would call that Payne's. I would still call that Payne's gray, not black.
No. The picture I took was in a Home Depot.
They sell them there?
No, they use them there.
Yeah, I was in Carrier, the warehouse that sells the air conditioning warehouse. They use their Toyota. They have a fleet of Toyotas. So I was like, oh, I gotta go paint my forklift back to different color.
See, Gino's in the house.
Yeah. He come in just a little bit ago.
So anything new happening? Anybody building new stuff?
Oh, if everybody remembers the ex-Missouri Pacific GP38-2 that I made was from the movie End of the Line into that Southland Railroad locomotive. I've been been researching on where the movie was filmed, and I took a lot of time to really research to see where exactly the railroad was filmed or the location. Turns out that the main yard in that movie is in Benton, Arkansas, and the yard is all the tracks. I think are half of the. I would say out of the five, I think 3 or 4 of the 5 are all ripped up, or some are in the trees. And the original Benton Depot, unless I'm mistaken, I think it was torn down or moved, and you can still see the foundation. And there's a part of the movie where the 2 main characters are just playing catch, and you see the curve, and that's the Van Buren sub of the Union Pacific. At the time, that was the Missouri Pacific. And so I have a map, an aerial map of where the switches are, where the roadbed is, and so I can model Clifford, Arkansas, which is really Benton, Arkansas. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. And in the movie, they're welcomed in Chicago in the headquarters, and they have this big festival, for a big ceremony for them entering onto a transfer table, and there's red, white, and blue ballasts all in the grooves where the turntable is. I mean, the transfer table is. Turns out that's Pine Bluff, and that's the Arkansas Railroad Museum where that's located, and the transfer table is still there, and the big build transfer table, the transfer table and the facility is still there, and they have a bunch of locomotives on display. So it was pretty cool information to find that, and now I'm itching to drive 3 hours just to take pictures of it. So I guess that would be the highlight so far. As far as with updates for the layout and what I want to do with the switching layout. And model Benton, Arkansas, which in the movie is Clifford, Arkansas.
So you're just trying to make a scene of that, or a part of a whole layout?
I think I'm going to make that an actual part of the layout. If not part of the layout, because I want to do a lot of switching. I think we're going to make that a cassette, which is or extension of the layout, so I could take it down and put it up again.
Mhm.
Because all there is just the depot and just yard tracks, and have the main lines go in the background, and have maybe other industries on the other side of the wall, because I'm going to have an L-shaped layout. So this side will be part of Russellville and Clifford, Arkansas. This side will be all. Will feature all probably the industries of the Dardanelle and Russellville Railroad, which has a lot of old switches that still work till this day on that line.
Sounds like a project.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for it. This is by like midnight when I was supposed to be sleeping for work the next day. I decided to go Google Maps and just find something and go, oh, here it is, wide awake till 1.
Been there. There was a time I was laying in bed just like, I can't go to sleep. So I got up and I started just surfing the net and then playing a video game, and I look around and it's like, it's 3 a.m. I think I'm tired now.
Then he went to bed and still couldn't get to sleep.
Well, no, I actually went to bed, but I had to get up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So like, I'm staying in bed a little bit longer than I normally do.
I'm sure somebody in chat has stayed up till the next morning. I've done it, working on a layout especially.
Mm-hmm.
I did it with the last NMRA-X thing we did. That first one. The one that went for 24 hours.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I did it for about a decade, I think, when I was in my 20s.
You never went to sleep for a decade?
Yes, it seemed like that. I was constantly always doing something or whatever at night. I was either in the shops or working on something, always tinkering. I find though now that I'm older or whatever, I do go to sleep, but it's usually still about 2 or whatever. Where I mean, it wouldn't be uncommon to be up until 5, and then just catch a couple hours of sleep here and there.
Yeah, sometimes it's you wake up in the middle of the night going, wow, that's an interesting idea. And then you go back to sleep and it's like, I wish I remember what I thought about. I had wrote it down.
Yeah, I don't go to bed to the middle of the night, so.
I may climb into bed about 11:30, and I'm still awake at midnight or something, and
Yeah.
you know, still got to get up at 6-ish. Good thing working from home is I don't have very far to go.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Like I got up at let's see, 10 to 7 this morning. Like, well, okay, go down, take a shower, get done, have some breakfast, and look around like, oh yeah, it's time to go to work. 7:30.
Something like that.
Mhm.
Go down to the computer room, get on the computer, and go to work.
Mm-hmm. Then about 10 o'clock, I was realized I actually physically had to go into work.
Oh,
So, okay, I'll go into work. I get there and look at this guy's computer. It's like, well, you got the wrong version. That's why I won't let you use it. I need to install it. Move. Sit down, I install it. Someone else across the room goes, "Hey, we got a question. Yeah, we can't get this thing to work either. It says you don't have an authorized account." I'm like, "You got the wrong version too. I'll be back to do yours next." I was like, "Where's these computers been?" "At home." I'm like, "Oh, I can't install them when they're at home." So I had to do 2 of those today. Like, yay. Then I had to go home, get on a Zoom chat with other people from work to discuss other software changes and stuff going on. And now I'm on this thing, doing another chat, hangout kind of thing. It's been a busy day.
Yeah.
Then find out that after our flood last year, destroyed a bunch of buildings, that they're in the process of getting all the contracts and plans and everything else set up for all these new buildings to be built and different organizational structures and combining of people and workspaces and all that. The building I'm supposed to move in is the last one to be finished in 2026. Like, oh man. It isn't even gonna start being built until 2023. Like, oh well. I guess I'll be in the building I'm in now until I'm retired. If I quit. Or don't quit before then.
Well, if you retire, you're going to move to Tennessee with James, aren't you?
No. No. This COVID thing ain't gonna be lifted by then.
Yeah.
I only got a 200-mile radius that I can legally travel right now, so that's one of those things. Unless I get special permission. But I could just sneak away and do it anyway, but that's not safe.
No,
Take it.
never is.
Oh well. I live dangerously.
A little dangerous, didn't hurt anybody.
Well, I did that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, riding my bicycle down the hill toward a construction site of a house. So the basement's built, foundation's poured, bricks are piled up in between the places there, getting ready to start putting brick walls up. Friend of mine and I were hitting this big pile of rocks on the side of the hole. And after a few times I said, "Hey, did you use your brakes that time?" "No, I didn't use my brakes this time." So I'm just cranking down this hill. I hit that pile of rocks, and I remember waking up, laying on the cement foundation in the hole. My friends yelling at me, going, "Hey, are you okay? Wake up, wake up!" Like waking up, like, "How long have I been here?" "About 5 minutes." "And you're still up there? You didn't go get help or anything? Just screaming at me for 5 minutes?"
And St. Peter's, don't go. You're fine. Go.
Yeah. I get up. I've got my face is all scraped up on one side, and my handlebars. You know, I had one of those kind of monkey handlebars. Just one of them was kind of like bent down a little bit, and that was it. Nothing else was wrong with the bike. I'm just like, how did I survive this? I don't remember. Remember hitting the rocks, and nothing else after that. Just like blocked it all out. No broken bones. I'm just a pile of goo falling through the air at that point, I guess. Just went limp. Of course, I was jumping ramp to ramp in the street too, so I guess I was pretty much a daredevil.
The nerve
It
of
was-
some people's kids, boy.
Yeah. It was the 70s. Evil Knievel was hot.
Yeah,
That's what I was doing. Yep. It was 6th grade. Man, I wish I could have that bike back. I could build a better
I'll make
ramp.
it a 3D version of it.
Yeah, I have to go get a new BMX bike. And thing is, you can't find bikes these days.
No, you
Everybody's
can't.
buying them. Went over to Wally World, and the only thing available is little tiny trike bikes with training wheels. Everything else is gone.
Yeah, my son decided he's going to get him a boat, fishing boat. Nobody's got them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's having to stay at home and all. They've been buying boats up.
I've been seeing all these people bicycling around, walking around the neighborhood. It's like, I haven't seen that many people in ever around our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, one good thing about all this, I guess. People get outside, go play. At a 6-foot distance or greater.
and those that don't get sick end up getting fit
Yep.
or something like that.
Yep. And then what do? They go and start digging up the levee and closing off the bicycle trails along the levee. So like nobody can go ride their bikes down the trail anymore because they're out there doing construction. Like, oh, those poor people. They got to drive somewhere else on the trail where they're not doing construction and use it there. A lot of people, they'd ride their bike down that trail to get to work where I'm at. So that was just the normal path. Now we can't do that as much.
So now what do they got to do? They have to go around?
Yeah, they gotta find a different entry point to get onto the trail. Park their cars some parking lot and make it over to the trail. They got a few of those public parking areas you can drop your car off and just get on the trail and walk or bike or whatever.
Yeah, around here they put in a walking trail. I think it's like 20 miles, something like that. Goes through several counties. Did a great job on it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause during the summertime, hardly nobody's on the trails. 'Cause they put it, most of it through swamp. And it stinks bad during the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about mosquitoes too.
Yeah, part of our trail goes through some railroad lines here in town. So you cross over like a Sioux Line bridge on one of the roads. So a lot of things have been converted and use that right away for hiking trails and everything else.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. So I'm still just kind of looking around at new products coming out. Buying some things to keep my collection going. Probably shouldn't be buying the collecting stuff, but doing it anyway. I got a few series that I'm almost done with. One I'm about halfway done with. So it's every month Gotta go pick up the next one. But I hear Scale Trains is going to announce their new locomotives here soon. In N-Scale NHO.
Hmm.
So they're looking for some layouts in that 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 hour distance from their location to put the models on their layout, run them for pictures and announcement.
Yeah.
Too bad I'm not within 3 to 4 hours.
That's a new dog.
Yes, it is. This is the new member of the family. This is Winston. Hi, Winston.
Oh,
He's 6 months old.
Yeah.
He's a little guy.
Is that dog called a Churchill?
Actually, it was funny. We looked at each other and go, it looks like a Winston. He looks like a Winston. Okay, we're going to name Winston. And Winston Luke is one of my favorite photographers, the railroad photographer for Norfolk and Western Railroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just looks formal. This little guy.
Looks formal.
I don't know. He had the bow tie when we got him.
Oh, well.
So he
There you
needed a
go.
formal thing.
Mhm. I hear a cat.
Yeah, I think he wants in because I think it's about the rain. He's outside.
Yeah, he's going to be persistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always are.
If they come in wet, they're going to be pissed.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. He's a
and
good protector, that's for sure.
you may not know it till it's too late.
Mm-hmm. Claw you in the middle of the night.
Yep.
I had a cat that just liked to just attack my hand when I was going to sleep. Because I kind of lay it on the edge of the bed and all of a sudden just, like claws come into my hand like, ow! Go to sleep. It's like, no, I'm awake now.
Oh, he's a cuddler, and he'll bother you until he gets his loving in. It doesn't mean if it's 3 in the morning, it could be 12 in the morning, 6 in the morning. It's like, dude, come on, I already petted your head. You should be good enough to go. No. He'll bop you in the head into your cheek until you keep petting him until he falls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nope, not happening.
Yeah, this cat liked to get on top of my computer desk. I had one of those tall credenza kind of things with the shelving on top. On top of that, my wife had put a kind of a gardenia, like those viney kind of plants. And so I had this big pot sitting up on top. And we'd come out every once in a while like, why is there dirt all over the place? Like, oh, I think the cat's been up rolling around in the black dirt. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, when's he doing that? I don't know. So I set up my video camera, put it on really long play VHS, 8 hours,
Yeah.
and just sat there and did it. And within 10 minutes of going to bed, that cat was up in the potted plant. Like, it was almost immediate. Once we went into the bedroom, he decided, I'm going to go up there. Rolled around in the dirt. I was like, well, now I know. Didn't have to wait 8 hours of tape to go through it.
Yeah, Eric said you were old VHS LP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some people in this chat going, what's that?
Mm-hmm. It's a 1-inch tape. Actually, it's about a 3/4 inch thick.
Listen, it's not going to happen every time. Okay.
Yeah, we're cleaning out Dad's house. I don't know how they got there, but I found some of the Super 8 tapes I had in the Super 8 camera.
Yeah, that's how you lay down.
Which reminds me, I probably should convert some of my stuff to digital.
There's so many of those little tapes.
I got the little ones.
Yes. Brain watching stuff. Gosh, it's all history now, of course.
At least I have the cameras I can play them on, and get the stuff off. I've got a device I can record to my computer. Just haven't really found the time to do it.
I still have all of my Pentrex videos on tape still.
My daughter did gymnastics for a long time, so I have like everything she's done just about. So it's like, I probably should save these things and then show them to her kids so that they try and do the same thing.
We did that with our kids. Both my boys were in cheerleading.
Because your wife was in cheerleading?
No.
No.
No, my oldest boy was the first one, and he was on the rugby team. And somehow he was convinced, I think it was because the gym teacher talked him into coming out to the practice for the cheerleading,
Mm-hmm.
and he thought it was great. And all the guys on the rugby team were making fun of him
Mm-hmm.
until they came out to see the sort of thing that he was doing, which made 3 or 4 of the guys end up joining cheerleading. Here were these girls being thrown 20 feet in the air, and the guys are there catching them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they were a little jealous.
I get to throw these cute girls around all the time.
Yeah.
I have girls literally falling into my arms all the time.
That's right.
Then they get up and say, "Thanks for saving me."
It's a gymnastics. Cheerleading is the sport. I don't care what anybody says. It's not an easy one either.
No. My daughter switched from gymnastics to cheerleading, and basically the coach kind of convinced her to join her club because my daughter decided to join cheerleading in high school, and so they went to competitions, and it was like, hey, pretty good. We go to nationals, we go out, travel around the country and stuff like that. It's like, you want to do this? It was okay. She says, I'm not going to charge you any tuition. You already know how to do everything that I need you to do. You just tumble. Just do the tumbling. I'll teach you all these other things to be, catch people and, support them as bases and stuff. But you're the tumbler. We want that good skill. It's like, okay. Then she taught it for a little bit. So, loved it. Still flexible. Now she's got 2.5 kids.
2.5? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a third on the way.
Ah,
Due in October. Another little grandson coming. I'm calling him George. They don't like that. I'm just going to call him George. Because I can hug him and kiss him and pet him. Squeeze him.
Other name George.
Oh, name him George.
That's one of my favorite Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Yep.
With the Bottlenose Snowman and Daffy Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I think it's probably getting about time to wind this one up now.
Hmm. Ah. Has it been that long so already?
Yeah.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
Well, I wish train shows would start up again, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
That won't happen this year.
I've seen some ads for a few down in Kansas and around the Midwest, kind of popping up saying we're planning on doing some stuff, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Well, anyway, before we get going, let everybody know July the 8th is Who's Big Bill Talking To. And then July the 11th, which is Saturday, is going to be Railroad Empires. And don't forget, all shows are at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Gotta get that, buddy.
Yeah, I don't have any quarters there, Rob. I give them all to Bob so he can get his microphone working.
Yeah, I have to put the headsets on today. For some reason, my computer did not like my camera.
Yeah, Rob said he heard St. Louis gets the NMRA in 2022.
Since they lost this year's one,
Yeah, what year was it they're supposed to be in England? Is that 21 or 22?
that was next year, 21.
21.
And that's been canceled too.
Oh, has it?
But they're for other reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, WBNSF said canceled England.
Well, couldn't get to that one anyway, so.
Yeah, I guess the Queen's out of town that weekend.
Of course, you heard I was going to try and go.
I still think one of the coolest things about the virtual clinics is that, I mean, I've always dreamed of going to the NMRA train show. The fact that I get to do a virtual clinic for that, it's, never thought my wildest dreams I would do something like that. So it's really, really, really cool. Definitely an honor too.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, a bunch of them already been saying goodbye and fixing to drop out, so
Goodbye.
I guess
Farewell.
As
Yeah.
Vida Zane, good night.
Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu.
I do again. Okay, something like that.
Yep. Come on now.
Well, to
Yeah,
answer
knowing
Human
that song.
City real fast, NMRA show does not compare to the Amherst show at all. Amherst is definitely way out there.
Okay, but you have to remember the NMRA show, the
Well,
train show,
Yeah,
is only a small portion of the whole 4 days.
yeah, convention.
Mhm.
And with doing the virtual thing, it reaches a whole different audience and a whole broader audience.
Yep.
Much broader.
It's more specific.
Well, it also is. So I'm not going to say immortalized, but immortalized, and it becomes reference material. You can go back to it as many times as you want. It's not
Right.
a one-time deal. It's not like, oh, what did he say? Did I miss something?
Yeah,
How did he do that? How was he holding his brush? How much did he add of that?
Did it rewind?
Yep. That's the cool thing about those.
Right. Especially with the layout tours,
Mhm.
or show how people, how these modelers explain their research and their thought process on building and creating that world or the prototype.
Alrighty. So, with that said, we shall see y'all next Wednesday for Who's Big Bill Talking To. I want to thank everybody on the panel for coming in. Thank everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming in.
You have a good night, Johnny.
Yep, y'all too.
Night, guys.
I got to go wash paintbrush because now I got an orange forklift that looks right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's blurry, but it's there. It's
Dwight, just so you know, Dwight Train Fest is canceled.
Mhm.
Anyway, night, Johnny. Take care.
All right, Ralph.
Stay safe, guys.
We'll catch y'all later. So have a good one.
Salute.
Okay.
That's good. See you later.